Hey guys, Andrea, welcome back to the channel. I see we've got a lot of new subscribers, so I thought I'd do a what's wrong with me style video slash life update. So guys, I have some hidden disabilities and health issues. First one being a traumatic brain injury from medical trauma when I was a child. The second one being epilepsy, which thankfully is well managed by medication. Then I have an autoimmune disease called Sjogren's syndrome, and I also live with, and we can't figure out whether this is Sjogren's or the epilepsy, peripheral neuropathy, which is where I can actually feel my nerves running up and down. Yeah, it's not pleasant. Then I also have ADHD and a pinch of anxiety thrown in as well. So, hence why I wear the sunflower lanyard, because the sunflower is the international symbol for hidden disabilities. So things like ADHD, autism, and intellectual disability, brain injuries, just signals to transport, retail, and other customer service staff that you might need a bit more time, help, or processing to be able to complete the tasks that you're doing as well. And guys, they all affect me in different ways. So the epilepsy and the ADHD affect my thinking mainly. I do have, when I am about to have a seizure, and thankfully I think we've worked out up to about 3 years seizure free now, I have full on tonic clonic or grand mal seizures. Using both terms because depending on where you're in the world, the terms will be different. So, but it's mainly the side effects from the medications that affect me. So that's fatigue, that's brain fog, that's impulsivity. And so the ADHD I've got very similar as well. Mine is a more internal presentation where it's thoughts running 100 miles an hour, having 100-mile things on the go, not finishing projects, or having to have a support worker going, hey, no more buying material until you finish that quilt. Hey, you've got enough watercolours. How about you finish those watercolours, frame them, and sell them? So, guys, also, Patreon members, let me know if you guys want me to start selling them as well. Just thought of that. Thinking on the go as well. So, guys, that's what's wrong with me as well. And so, in Australia, we have a wonderful care scheme called the NDIS, so the National Disability Insurance Scheme, where people with a disability can apply to access the care they need. Look, I'll be honest, the system's not perfect, but it's better than what we had before. Um, People can spend the money on housing, support workers, and life skills is a foundational thing. Then community engagement, so that might be going one on one with the support worker or caregiver, depending on the level of support and care they need to access the community. So that might be activities of daily living and life skills like shopping, budgeting, cooking, cleaning. It might also be transport to and from appointments, but then going to a day centre, community centre, TAFE, university, work, study, motivational speaking, though I know a lot of people are choosing to more go the creative route rather than the motivational speaking as well. And so, guys, I, for the past 15 to 20 years before I had to medically retire, actually worked in community pharmacy as a pharmacy assistant in various pharmacies where I live. Then it was advised to me that that was not my path because of the impact the seizures had on me. Because we need to remember every grand mal and tonic-clonic seizure I have is brain damage. So the functioning may or may not come back as well. So that's been a difficult one, not only for me, but my family and friends. And let's be honest, I have not been the greatest person this year. So, really working on being a better person And guys, people will say, oh, well, why don't you wait till New Year and have a New Year's resolution? Guys, it's never too early to start changing yourself and to working on those goals. The next hour, the next day, the next month, we have an opportunity to be a better person. So, guys, that's where I tried to do a podcast and a YouTube during COVID, but everyone was doing them. So I was living fairly independently at the time, but was not really coping with life. Then I had some seizures of non-epileptic origin, got diagnosed with functional neurological disorder. So you will throughout the videos see me ticking, see me losing my train of thought. And guys, I don't edit that out because on the disability and disability care channel, I want to present an authentic self as well. So, guys, I had to pack up, move back into the family home, which was a very interesting time for all of us because COVID was still around. There was a lot of changes in my family dynamics at the time as well. And then we found out about and applied for and got accepted into what is called SIL housing, so supported independent living. Um, they have supported me in being able to run the YouTube, the blog, and the podcast as well. So it's a bit of a balancing act, but they are able to help with the foundations of daily living. So eating, drinking, cleanliness, laundry, study, editing, blog, social life, general organisation as well, where I then have my community access team, which is through a wonderful values-based organisation, Semelo, who provide a consistency of care and community access for me. So that allows me to do those basic things outside of the house. So that's grocery shopping, that's getting to and from appointments, that's getting to and from family and friends' places, that's backing up the housing team to make sure I have food in the house, I'm getting out of the house. They aren't allowed in the SIL house because it is an insurance issue, which I totally get. So, guys, that's basically what's wrong with me and how I came to be a YouTuber and so passionate about preserving the NDIS and talking about hidden disabilities from within the system in an Australian perspective because we don't talk about it enough. We're seeing even pushback in the Doctor Who of having a disabled character. People are calling it diversity points. Yeah, they've retconned the origins of the Daleks to be more sensitive, to not have the trope of disability equaling evil. I don't see what's wrong with that. Hey, I became a Whovian when David Tennant was the Doctor. Been a casual viewer ever since. Seen him in some other projects, seen how versatile of an actor he is. Also, guys, by Friday, review of a couple of David Tennant's works will be over on the Media Channel. So, guys, disability is a really complex topic to talk about online because you are going to hit against some very real mental blocks in people without disabilities. And so, guys, that will be something ongoing that I want to talk about around disability learning, disability etiquette, how to live with a disability. And guys, applying for care schemes is not easy. Navigating care schemes is not easy. Even within the NDIS, it's not easy. So there is beings called support coordinators and LACs that you can go and ask for help for. Don't be afraid to ask for help, whether that's emailing, whether that's texting, whether that's calling, whether that's dropping into their offices. Don't be afraid to do that. Guys, the other thing is don't be afraid to speak up to your support teams if things aren't being done, if you've got questions or concerns, how they respond to it is a measure of how well they run their organisation as well. So, guys, if we can like, share, subscribe, because, guys, 70% of you guys who are returning viewers aren't subscribed. Guys, it really helps the channel to grow. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm about to head out and do some groceries on a very cold, wet and miserable day in Australia. See you guys in the next video.